Winter Award Night in 2018. We're going to start our program now, and we're going to start by introducing the Brewster High School Varsity Club.
Maybe you don't do that, okay?
Our varsity club will be introducing and escorting our teams in. We are going to start with JV Boys Basketball. Let's welcome our JV Girls Basketball team. Please welcome our varsity wrestling team. Please welcome our varsity gymnastics team. Welcome to the varsity boys basketball team. Welcome to our cheerleaders. Varsity cheerleaders. Welcome to our varsity indoor track team. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our varsity swim team, boys swim team. Welcome to our ski team. Welcome to our track team, the girls track team. Now we can welcome our ski team. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome a week later. Who would have thought that the start of the spring would be worse than the winter? But here we are. And as a result, there are going to be some people that were filling in the gaps in tonight with, unfortunately, just couldn't be here. But we do want to welcome a few members, and I think I saw some people sneaking in, of the Board of Education. So representing the Board of Education here, this is Mary Kay Nielsen. Carrie Cunningham around somebody, so she's going to transport someone to a gig or something. I don't think I saw anybody else, but if I did, please welcome us. Welcome. Also, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Valerie Henning Piedmont. Ms. Michelle Gosh, our Assistant Superintendent of Schools for Education Construction. And our Assistant Principal of Brewster High School, Mrs. Danielle Sullivan. On behalf of all the coaches and teams, I'd like to thank our Board of Education, our District Office Administration, the high school administration for their support. We had great groups of people working with us, and they support us, they cheer us on, they help us any way we can. We need it. Before I have some remarks about our athletes, I want to thank many people, in the winter especially, that helped get the games going off here at the high school and the middle school, and getting us there. They're in no particular order, but they're all important. Our transportation department, under the leadership of Ms. Mary Smith and Ms. Leonore Volpe, we appreciate their help, their flexibility, their cooperation. Our next thank you. Operations and maintenance, under the supervision of Mr. Andy Bates and Ken Winch. The building custodians and their teams play a big role in getting the gyms prepared during the winter. So Mr. Lars Alenius, Jeff Vince, and Paul Taylor, thank you very much for your hard work. One other person who might be around here somewhere, Brian Harris, Mr. Brian Harris, did a lot of great things helping us get ready here at Brewster High School. It was a big help to me, so I appreciate Mr. Harris. Thank you. The Varsity Club, Mr. Wood, Kyle Wood, and the Varsity Club members. We get this place set up faster than we ever did before. Usually a half hour. We can run a full practice in the gym and get it ready like nothing. So congratulations and thank you to the Varsity Club. Special thank you goes to the athletic secretary, Ms. Helen Piltman, who helps me with everything daily and everything that goes on for the night. She's a big part of it, so thank you, Helen. So usually I'm a little brief here, but this winter postseason was a little special, so I may spend a few more minutes talking than usual, sorry. But a few years ago we talked about the Board of Education and District enacted a strategic coherence plan. It's a guiding document. There's 5 key principles for us as a school community to use and develop 21st century learners. And I kind of liken it to a game plan. So this season, each season I try to tie in all the principles before we honor our athletes. But this season, I think the one word that we can focus on the 5 is perseverance. And that is the attitude of sticking to it, having stamina and persistence to work confidently until the goal is met and the task is accomplished. Our varsity athletic teams this year have demonstrated this skill, and here are a few reasons why I believe so. The gymnastics team, the girls, youthful, energetic, strong senior leadership. This group worked hard and proved that despite their inexperience, performed in a strong manner at the annual novice meet, the last meet of the season, as we had multiple athletes earning a medal. That's a good one. Our boys basketball team, a team in the truest sense. All of the skills of each player making a successful competitive team. Late in the season, we had a wild game here against them. We're down to the last second. 2 timeouts later, a baseball pass to Harrison Dignan at the foul line, a shot and a swish. We go into overtime. We didn't win, unfortunately, but it was a great way not to give up. A week later, the same group has the ball for a final possession. And as the clock winds down, a shot, a score, and a win at the buzzer. Coach Nelligan was jumping up and down. I was a little worried about it. But he was happy. So it's a great way the kids are happy. This team overall believed it could be successful. Our girls basketball team, a group of athletes that are leaders and battlers. The team was comprised of 8 special athletes. No matter to them. They battled, worked hard, believed in each other, won a home sectional game when they were down by 5 with minutes to play and had a successful season. This team believed it could be successful. Our ice hockey team played the toughest schedule in school history, advancing to the sectional semi-finals away against the Section 1 powerhouse. That would be Southern. Being down in the game by 1 goal twice, and still taking the game to overtime before losing in overtime. Despite being down, they believed they could be successful. Our track and field team had to believe in the fact that they would have a meet. It seemed that every time it snowed, the track team had a meet had to be rescheduled. And very often they don't reschedule these track meets, they cancel them because other schools have the opportunity to go. So we had to schedule some extra meets to make sure athletes would be eligible to qualify for postseason play. We believed we could be successful when we had the opportunity. When we had that opportunity, we had one athlete earn a bid to the New York State Championship meet, and this athlete met him. Congratulations, Elsa Newbeck. Another team that ironically had weather issues was our ski team. Seems kind of crazy, but when we canceled school activities due to snow, the ski team can't practice either. The athletes never gave up hope that they would ski. When the temperatures dropped and the snow slept in the mountain, we had 3 sectional champions, Charlotte Green, Sophie Lester, and Keegan O'Connor. These champions were all the Christopher McCarthy qualified for the interstate tournament to represent Bristol well. The final team I will speak tonight is about our wrestling team. The team had hopes for success this year, leading on 2 upperclassmen to lead them along the path to success. Unfortunately, both of these leaders became injured during early matches. We thought they were both out for the season. Several athletes were given the opportunity to step up and many improved. The story of a perseverance hero belongs to our senior athlete wrestler, Grant Cuomo. Wrestling for a chance to be ranked number 3 in the United States at a prestigious invitation-only meet, Grant hurt his elbow. As the season progressed, he followed doctor's orders and rehabilitated. At one point in the conversation between the 2 of us, he was just going to shut it down. He just was going to get ready to wrestle next year. But then he was cleared to participate. He applied for and was given a medical waiver by the Section 1 Athletic Hardship Committee. He was ready to wrestle for the final home meet. He wrestled well in the divisionals and qualified for the sectional tournament. He wrestled in and won the sectional tournament and qualified for the state tournament. He won the 2 qualifying matches on day 1 of the tournament and qualified for day 2, won his first match, and advanced to the state final. Down on points with 49 seconds to go in the final period of the state championship match, Grant knew what he wanted. He knew what he worked hard for. He knew what he had to do. He made his move on his opponent and ultimately pinned him, winning the New York State 170-pound wrestling championship. Despite being grounded by a hurt elbow and thinking he may not be able to wrestle, he believed in himself, and when the opportunity was there, he was very successful. Ladies and gentlemen, the Winter Varsity athletes, Brewster High School, perseverance. Although I highlight our varsity teams, we should be very proud of all of our athletes, the JV varsity coaches, and community members for their help and sticking with us with some of these crazy winter things during the season. Congratulations to all. Athletes, before I introduce you to your coaches to come to speak to you, I'd like to remind each of you that we want to make sure all athletes are recognized in a respectful manner to treat others like you wish to be treated. And now it is time to meet our junior varsity athletes. That's my program up, sorry. Thought it was going to be a little different tonight, not as organized. Our JV boys basketball team, Mr. Mike Nicasio, come on up.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sports Awards. I want to give a few thank yous to start. First of all, Mr. Wood and the Varsity Club do a fantastic job. I want to give them a thank you. Thanks to all our administrators and Coach Barardo and Mrs. Pillman in the athletic office that help schedule all the games, schedule the buses, everything like that. A lot of work that goes into it, so thank you all.
Most of what I've got to do for years.
Coach Nelligan, Coach McGee, right? Coach Costello and Coach Cunningham, the entire basketball staff, they're all there to support each other, and without them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So thank you guys. All right, so two more thank yous. Thank you to all the parents who are the kids on my team, who've always been accommodating, always been supportive. Last minute practice changes, game changes, all that, you guys have been great. And finally, I want to thank the kids on the team because I firmly believe that the greatest gift that you can give to another human being is your time. And these young men gave of themselves. They gave their time, and they gave their heart, and they gave their souls over the course of this season. They really did. We talk about perseverance, and they did that. We started out, we had a rough season. The first half of the year, we only averaged about 43 points a game, but the second half, we averaged 53, which is a pretty big improvement. And the last 5 games, they averaged 57 points a game. So it's really remarkable improvement over the course of the year. We're the members of the JV basketball team. Daniel Biggie, you guys can stand up when I call your name. Daniel Biggie's not here, but I'll call him anyway. Jason Broussari, Thomas Consolado, Tyler Doherty, Tyler Doherty, Clayton Harrison, Kobe Hart, Franco Milano, Justin Niles, Christian Rhodes, Zach Salvo, Brian Shaw, Dylan Belotis, and Jason White. I have 2 awards to give out this evening. The first award I'm going to give out is for Most Improved Player, and this is going to go to Christian Rhodes. And my second award is my coach's award. The only player that played for me for 2 years on this team, incredible young man. Incredible character, never complained, always worked hard, and I'm really pleased to have coached him and got to know him as an individual, as that's Zach Salvo.
Our next team to recognize this evening, girls JV basketball, Mr. Matt Cunningham.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming this evening. It's a great night for all our high school athletes here. I'd like to start out as well thanking our administration, which is always incredibly supportive of all our teams and what they help us do. I'd also like to thank Dean Barardo. He does a tremendous job out of the athletic office in scheduling and getting coaches whatever they may need. And he certainly is available to all of us really 24/7. It's great. I'd also like to give a special thank you to our parents. The JV girls' parents have been tremendous all season. They travel incredibly well, and I would exemplify that through the last game. We actually played a game, our last game was at John Jay Cross River. I would say we had more Brewster parents than they had home fans. I would absolutely bet on that. Our parents are tremendous. They support the girls throughout the course of the season, and they are always very positive, which is great to see. I'd also like to thank Coach Mike Costello. He did a great job at the varsity level this year. It was really wonderful working with him and getting to know his team as well. So it was really an enjoyable season in that regard, and I'd like to thank him. And then finally, I think most importantly, I think I'd like to thank these 5 ladies over here. That I had the privilege of coaching this season. Again, when you get to coach at any level or any team, the best part of that experience is really working with the young athletes, and they just made it such a great experience, incredibly enjoyable. They did everything you asked, worked incredibly hard, and I was just really happy to be able to be a part of that process throughout the course of the season. So I really wanted to thank them and give them a quick round of applause. Just really. Having said that, I'd like to recognize them. If you could just hold your applause until I read out each young lady's name, starting with Lauren Becker, Katie Bergstrom, Jillian Cunningham, happy birthday, Shannon Farrell, Samantha Sanferrari, Sadie Mae Fisher-Dyer, Kayla Fox, Hannah Farouk, Jackie Greco, Maura Montage, Grace Nichols, Nicole Olszewski, Ella Pastori, and Jennifer Sangali. You know, our philosophy always at the JV level is to prepare our young athletes for the next level, hopefully at the varsity, and to get continued success. Coach Castaldo works incredibly hard at that level, and I'm hoping, and I'm very positive and sure that these young ladies will contribute to that success in the future, so I'm very excited for them. At this point, I would like to give out 2 Coaches Awards, very deserving young ladies here. Throughout the course of the season, did a tremendous job with not only practice, but certainly working hard at our games and showing exactly what it means to be a Brewster athlete as far as our effort and our attitude and all the things that we look for and try to instill. And those 2 young ladies, very deserving, Lauren Becker and Grace Nichols. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
At this time, before we start the varsity, I usually like to take a few minutes and recognize all those special awards. And we have a few of them this winter, which is really great. And maybe one of the little pitfalls is that Mr. Wood and I went over this program this afternoon again with a fine-tooth comb. So if we have to make an error, we'll fix it. Okay? But I'm going to ask our athletes to step up to the white line here, and there may be some multiple athletes. Just a little word, you may know that the All-League plaques will be sent. We got sent out for the little stickies for the names. They'll be coming in. I'll hand them to the kids when they come in. All section award winners will get their awards at an all-section dinner hosted by each individual coaches association. So without any further ado, we're going to begin. We have all the honorable mention athletes. For girls basketball, Grace Galliano. For girls skiing, Macy Marinich. For ice hockey, Michael Isola. And also for ice hockey, Kevin Moroni. Moving to our All-League award winners. For girls basketball, Megan Beal. Maggie Kapali. For wrestling, Christopher Bizignano. Bruce Rana. Jacob Hamlin. Brendan Lennon. Jack Newtner. Colin Deneen. Connor Henderson. For boys basketball, Harrison Pignan. Evan Savani. For boys indoor track, Eric Jacobson. We have Scott Jacobson. Ryan Lenahan. Giovanni Zanetti. For girls indoor track, we have Marissa Crowley. For Marissa Cuomo. Florence Cuomo. Elsa Neubauer. Isabella Osuji. Brianna Sage. For boys swimming, Victor Kai. For boys skiing, Christopher McCarthy. For girls skiing, Charlotte Green. Sophie Lester. And Keegan O'Connor. We may have some repeat names, so I'd ask these athletes to step forward. For boys skiing, Christopher McCarthy. For ice hockey, Colin Deneen and Connor Henderson. All section award winners, girls skiing, Charlotte Green. Sophie Lester. Keegan O'Connor. For girls basketball, all sections, Maggie DePaoli. Each sport has a little bit of some different awards, so we're going to also mention, with great importance, All Northern County for boys indoor track, David Alati. Eric Jacobson. Giovanni Zanetti. For girls indoor track, Marissa Crowley. Marissa Cuomo. Florence Cuomo. Elsa Neubauer. Isabella Osuji. Brianna Sage. Okay. Section 1 Sportsmanship Award for girls skiing, Sophie Lester. We had, for girls skiing, Eastern States qualifiers, a little bit step beyond the New York State Championships. And these ladies were Charlotte Green and Sophie Lester. sectional and a state qualifier for boys swimming, and that would be Victor Kai. We had a New York State state championship qualifier in girls track and field, and a medal winner, and that was Elsa Newbound. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, it gives me great pride and pleasure to announce we have a state champion in the house. Mr. Grant Wall. Take your seats and we will proceed with the program. Ladies and gentlemen, the first team we'd like to speak about tonight is Junior Varsity and Varsity Wrestling. Our coaches, Mr. Tom Luby, Mr. Mike Ford, and Mr. Nicholas Giorducci.
How you doing? I'd like to thank all administration and the Board of Education for their continued support. We travel a lot to seek out competition during the year and it pays off. And I'd like to thank them for approving these trips that we take. Next year we're going to take a trip to Australia, so we're looking forward to that. I would like to just take a minute to thank Coach Dave Bloom. He's been a teacher here for years and a coach since 1977. He's retiring this year and he's been involved in the sport since 1977, wrestling here at Brewster. He's coached the modified, done an outstanding job with many successful wrestlers that he's promoted to the next level. I'd like to thank Coach Ford, who's quite simply the man. The kids love him. He does an excellent job with the boys, and I honestly couldn't do it without him. I'd like to welcome and thank our new JV coach, Nick Giorducci. He is a former Brewster student. He wrestled for us, was the team captain. He had over 100 career wins. Back in 2008, he's doing an excellent job with the team this year. Special thanks to Mr. Dean Berardo, Health Pittman, for all they do, transportation, organizing trips, and to all the parents that have helped out at events and spent many hours in gyms cheering on the team, especially Ellen and Peter Buechner, for the time they put in with the tournaments, clothing orders, end of the year journal, pop-ums, you name it. Okay, now I'd like to call the team. Just hold your applause to the end, please. Suvana Pula, Ryan Infuso, Christopher Bizignano, Brendan Burns, Michael Cardona, Finn Cassidy, Anthony Constantino, Marcos Cristamo, Owen Downey, Alex Goldberg, Louis Grana, Gregory Warner, Jacob Hamlin, Cody Hamlin, Matthew Henry, James Wong, Brendan Lennon, Jackson Mahoney, Austin Matra, Jack Buechner, Jesse O'Connell, Marco Perez, James Ramirez, Greg Salavic, Hassan Sherpa, Joshua Teta, Elliot Wilder. And Grant Cuomo. There's a gold letter for me off the gold there. Okay. This year we started off strong with a full lineup, and we were winning. Fortunately, we did have 2 injuries. Our captains were injured, Alex Goldberg, all section, and Grant Cuomo. This was a big hit to the team, but it gave some underclassmen the opportunity to wrestle on the varsity. The boys pulled it together and they did an outstanding job this season. We have a tough, young, hard-working group of boys here, and they're going to be very difficult to beat next year and moving forward. So we're really happy. Sad to be losing Grant, but happy to be having such a young team moving forward. Our goals for the rest of the program are to win a team section title, to have many more individual section champs, state champs, and to win a team state title. Now we'd like to hand out some awards. Our first award is Rookie of the Year. This individual has come up through the youth program, coached by Dave Bloom for the past 2 seasons. He came to us eager to wrestle as a varsity starter. Great rookie season. He qualified for the sectionals as a freshman, which is a huge accomplishment. This award goes to Matthew Henry. The award that Coach Gallucci is going to present.
Hello, everybody. First off, I would like to express my thanks for being given the opportunity to coach this year. It's been amazing getting to know our wrestlers and these fine young gentlemen. Regarding my Most Outstanding Wrestler Award, it's really tough to name one person, but this wrestler really showed me his all, gave his heart. He always showed up ready to wrestle, and he always gave 100%. He rarely pulled around, and he always lost and won with class. And for these reasons and many more, may I present this Most Outstanding Wrestler Award to Vincent Cassidy.
So this year we say goodbye to one wrestler, senior Grant Cuomo. We're going to miss Grant and the whole family. Very caring, wonderful people. Grant began wrestling in the 1st grade. He has worked extremely hard to get where he is today. Some say it's easy to be successful because many don't want to put in the hard work and dedication it takes to be a champion. Grant puts in the hard work and then some. He's the best wrestler in Brewster history, but more importantly, the most humble. Grant will attend Princeton in the fall, where he will wrestle Division I. Grant's accomplishments at Brewster: 5-time All-League, 4-time Division champ, 4-time All-Section, 3-time Section champ, 3-time All-State, 2-time state finalist, ranked 6th in the nation. After injuring his elbow during the season, the doctors gave him a 10% chance to return. After 2 months of PT, he was cleared. Not 100%, but he wore a brace and was able to get to the divisionals and win the sections. This gave Grant 2 more weeks to prepare, to rest. He knew he had to go out there and win 4 matches to achieve a goal that he has dreamed about since he was a kid. He went out and upset the returning state champion in the last 48 seconds of the match with a takedown and backbends. Section 1 has only had 44 champs in 53 years in Division I and Division II. There have only been 3 state champs from Putnam, ever. Of the 3, Grant was the only one to place 3 times in the state tournament. And now, Grant Cuomo is Brewster's first state champion.
Our next team to recognize is varsity gymnastics. Coach Hirschman had a previous engagement this evening, could not be here, but we do welcome Coach Savastano, varsity girls gymnastics.
especially Grant Cuomo. I'm really proud of you. Congratulations. It's been amazing. That's been a major honor, and we're really proud of you. I wanted to thank the entire administration for all your support once again this season. And now I'd like to introduce our team, a great bunch of athletes. When I call your name, please step forward. Nikki Aponte, Jesse Arias, Ali Hachicano, Eva Cuccinello, who couldn't be here, Aaliyah Dela Cruz, Avril Downey, Caitlin Herbal, Cami Fulana, Erica Howell, Bella Luna, Diana Lematone, Senior Captain, Anaya Marte, Olivia Miola, Madison Nieves, Mackenzie Nieves, it's her birthday. Happy birthday, girls. We have Lindsay Schmidt. We have Michaela Nieves, Senior Captain, Amanda Sherman, Jess Smith, and Emily Taylor. This is my 28th year teaching here in Brewster, and this is one of my most enjoyable groups I've ever coached. Many of these girls play multiple sports, and most importantly, they are all very great students. The team was a bunch of hard workers, they had great attitudes, and the best part, they all helped each other every day during each and every practice. During our competitions, there was nothing but positive encouragement, and every girl cheering each other on. All of these girls competed at the end of the year in the Section 1 Novice Tournament, and I was really impressed with all of them. We went home with the most medals of any team. Now I'd like to present our medal winners from the middle school girls. Can you step over when I call you? Emily Taylor, Naya Marte, Erica Hamill, Eva Cuccinell, and Avril Downey were our middle school award winners. That won medals was Jesse Arias, Aaliyah Dela Cruz, Nikki Aponte, Amanda Sherman. Girls, amazing meet. You all did a great job. Congratulations on a great competition. Now I would like to present our two award winners. These two awards are going to be MVP awards. They go to two girls that have been part of our varsity gymnastics since they've been in 6th graders. As 6th graders, they were our team managers. Then for the next straight 6 years, they were on the varsity team. They were both great team captains for us over the years. The most nicest, most coachable young ladies you'll ever meet. I've taught these girls since elementary school, and they were like family to me. I'm proud to present the MVP awards to Diana Lematone and Michaela.
Our next team to recognize is boys basketball. And before I introduce Mr. Coach Nelly, our head coach, a special thanks to Mr. McGee, Jim McGee. He is a volunteer coach. He's here not as much as I am, but pretty darn close during the basketball season. So thank you very much, boys basketball. Much thanks.
Well, certainly on an evening like this, a lot of thanks are in order. First, I'd like to start with Chief Berardo as well. I don't know that anybody shows perseverance in this school district as much as he does. So I certainly like to thank him for all he does. I think I've called him as late as midnight and as early as like 5:45 in the morning. And he always answers the phone happily, and he's just a wonderful athletic director that just does so much for this district that doesn't show up in the box score, if you will. So certainly he's a guy that deserves a lot of respect from us. Thank you, Dean. Really appreciate it. I'd like to thank the girls' coaching staff, Mike Costello, Matt Cunningham, and the girls for a great year that they had. They couldn't be a greater bunch of guys to work with and share a gym with. They're professional and they're a lot of fun to work with, so I'd like to thank them. Certainly, I want to thank my coaching staff. Mike Castro has been my JV coach since I came on. He's just done a wonderful job bringing his players along. And as Coach Berardo just said, Jimmy McGee has been my volunteer assistant since I started here, and there's no way that we would have developed as we have without his help. So I'd like to personally thank Jim from the bottom of my heart, Jim McGee. I'd like to thank the parents. You look at this group of young men. I've been a head coach for 20 years and coaching for 30. I don't know that I've ever had a group of kids that I enjoyed as much as this group. And certainly they're a reflection of the way that they've been raised by the parents. So guys, you should give your parents a big round of applause. The following gentlemen are members of this year's boys varsity basketball team. Akshay Gupta, Chris Blazer, Ryan Caviani, Demetrius Castro, Paul Catalano, Harrison Dignan, Ethan Farquharson, Joey Gerard, Dylan Gussler, Cameron Hart, Patrick Nevin, John Olszewski, Will Peterman, Charlie Russell, and Kevin Stefani. Harrison Dignan and Kevin Stefani both made the All-18 this year, and it's Kevin Stefani's birthday, so let's hear it for Kevin's birthday. He's out celebrating already, but I told him that I would mention it to him. What a fine young men from number 1 to number 14. Again, I don't know that I've ever coached a group of young men collectively that I enjoyed as much. They liked each other, they got along, they were fun to be with, and I think most of the time they even liked us. I'd just like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. When you can coach a group of kids like this that you enjoy as much as we do, it's really special. And again, I want to thank them personally for that. We have 2 awards that we'd like to give. The first award I'd like to give out as a Most Improved Player Award. This young man played for me as a sophomore, averaged 11 points a game this year as a junior, and has just really elevated his game, and I can't wait to see what he looks like as a senior. That's Cameron Hart. And the last award I'd like to give is a coach's award. I'd like to give to one of my favorite seniors, a real leader behind the scenes, a guy that didn't really talk much, but kind of led more by his leadership skills and by his work ethic. When he played, he contributed, and certainly one of my favorite guys in the way that he brought people together, and by virtue of the way he worked for the betterment of the team, and that's my buddy Chris Blazer.
Our next team to recognize is varsity cheerleading and coach Ms. Tara Skiff.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to first say thank you to all my parents for continued support throughout the past 2 seasons. I can't thank you enough for all you've done for me. A huge thank you to Dean Helen in the athletic office for their continued support throughout the entire season. And a huge thank you to these girls standing in front of me for their continued motivation and dedication for the sport of cheerleading. So, winter cheerleading is about competing against the best teams in Section 1. We are scored on, as a team, our best stunts, our best tumbling skills, our best jumps, our best cheer, and our best dance. This year, we changed divisions from co-ed last year to all-girl this year, which is the most competitive division in the 3 divisions of cheerleading. We had many illnesses this year, lots of snow days, injuries, but all in all, at the end of the season, it was extremely successful. We competed at a total of 7 competitions, and we placed at 4. As the season went on, each competition got better and better. The performance was, each time they scored higher than their previous competition. And I have to say, these girls are so motivated and highly dedicated to the sport where they just want to keep getting better and better and live up to their full potential. Our 4th place was at Ketchum High School. We placed 3rd at Putnam Valley, 2nd place at Croton Harmon, and we ended our last competition at Arlington High School with a 1st place trophy. Now I would like to announce each athlete, so girls, when you hear your name, please step forward. We have senior Brianna Brett. Senior captain Alana Citron. Junior Nubia Kurapoma. Junior Jenna Tintamizio. Our junior captain. Sophomore, Gabby Doty. Sophomore, Gianna Isola. Freshman, Izzy Kwok. 7th grader, Tony Munoz. Sophomore, Kayla Rampola. Junior, Christy Santucci. And our junior, Taylor Tiburcio. I'd like to hand out 2 awards. The first award is our Coaches Award. This athlete demonstrates the true spirit of being a bear. Not only her hard work, her personal improvement, her willingness to choose my utility go-to as there's an injury or somebody couldn't make something, I put her in. She's also a senior, and her motivation to keep, not giving up and earning a spot to perform in a stunt. She never gave up. She didn't quit. And that is Brianna. Next award is the MVP Award. This award is given to the athlete who is an all-around outstanding athlete in all the areas of cheerleading, which is jumping, tumbling, spirit, leadership. This athlete has gained more confidence this season. She has proven to me that she is capable of learning new skills. She learned these skills in a short period of time. She has shown great improvement since the beginning of the season. She's trying her best. She has more to learn, but she is going to be very successful in the 3 more years to come, and that is freshman Izzy Kwok. Thank you to everyone again. Thank you to my girls for a successful season, and everyone have a great night.
Our next team to recognize is junior varsity boys indoor track. Coach Joe Skinner and Coach Michael Ford.
All right, congratulations to all the athletes tonight. Guys, it's not that hard. I want to start by thanking all the members of the Mercer administration, as well as the track team parents and all the athletes for their support and outstanding efforts this year. I'd like to thank our athletic director, Dean Gerardo, and Kyle Wood, the varsity club for tonight as well. Also, right next to me is Coach Court, who's been coaching with me for 4 years. Did a great job with the throwers and helped our athletes in the weight room. We now announce our boys track and field team. When I announce your name, please step forward, hold your applause to the end, please. David Alade, Dave Arbley, Anthony Ayala, Joe Benarchek, Artie Barisha, Nick Bizio, Omar Alabnuni, Leo Patekis, Will Ford, Miguel Garcia, Mike Gonch, James Hardigan, Nick Haywood, they're out on the run, I think. Josh Herman, Eric Jacobson, Scott Jacobson, Danny Jaffa, Dominic Kentish, Liam Lenahan, Ryan Lenahan, Steve Matson, Brendan McBride, Alfonso Mora, Ryan Neubauer, Jack Panagrossi, Matt Panagrossi, Faith Matijak, Sam Tassione, Asa Wong, Ian Wong, Andy Woodstead, and Giovanni Zanetti. Obviously, this is an extremely challenging season with weather. I'm a teacher in the high school, so anytime it snowed out, I had teachers come down and say, Joe, do you have a track meet today? Yep, they're like, all right, we're going home early. So we were very strong in the distance events this season. We lacked some varsity depth in some of the sprinting and field events to compete with some of the top teams this season, although we're working on that. We had 4 All-League athletes and 5 All-Northern County athletes, as Coach Berardo announced earlier. I'm going to highlight some of their achievements. Our 4x800 relay team, Giovanni Zanetti, Ryan Lenahan, Scott Jacobson, Eric Jacobson, ended the season 6th overall sectionals. They were also league and Northern County champions individually. Ryan Lenahan had the team's fastest time in 400 and 600 meters. He placed 4th at both the Class B and Northern County championships. Scott Jacobson placed 10th overall in the 1,000 meters of sectionals, 5th in the Class B championships, while Giovanni Zanetti had the team's 2nd fastest 1,000 meter time. Eric Jacobson had a very strong season as he placed 6th overall at sectionals in the 2 mile. He also placed 4th in the Class B championships in the mile and 4th in the mile at the Northern County championships. We're very excited by several performances from our young athletes. The sprinting events, freshman Dominic Kentish was our team leader in 55 meters and 300 meters. Dominic's time of 7.04 to 55 meters was the 2nd best time in all of Section 1 for a freshman. Congratulations, Dominic. Freshman Ryan Neubauer ran 4 minutes 50 seconds for the mile, which ranked him 3rd overall in Section 1 for a freshman. And David Alade, freshman as well, was ranked 3rd overall as a freshman in the section in the 600 meters. So both Ryan and David are gutsy, committed young athletes with a bright future ahead. Congratulations, guys. Cafeteria before this, we gave out some awards. One of our coaches' awards, one of our coaches' awards went to Jack Panagrossi, and most improved award went to David Alade. Tonight we have 2 co-MVPs of the Coaches Award. We're going to start with our Coaches Award. Pretty interesting story in this one. This award goes to arguably the most dedicated athlete on the team. Pretty cool story for everybody. Because of the snow cancellation, obviously, for one of our meets, he was nervous he wouldn't be able to compete his final indoor track meet because he was at a Model UN conference in Alabama. You'll love the story. So on the morning of our class meet, he woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning in Alabama, took a flight from Alabama to Detroit, Michigan. There, he had to delay his flight for a little while. From Detroit, he took another plane to LaGuardia. Then from LaGuardia, he drove his parents to the Armory in New York City and ran his best ever mile at around 10 p.m. at night, breaking 5 minutes to run 4:58. He's a great motivator and recipient of our Coaches Award, Senior Will Ford. First MVP award, we have 2 co-MVPs. The first one goes to the team's most versatile runner. He ran the team's fastest 1,000 meters this year and also the team's fastest 800 meter split. He was an integral part of both the 4x800 and 4x400 relay teams. He would run any race to help the team out. He had always finished races with great kicks, and other coaches would talk about his kicks at the end of races. First MVP award, senior Scott Jacobson. Co-MVP award goes to one of our top distance runners overall. He's been one of the top distance runners in our program for the past 4 years. He was the anchor leg, which was a tough job on 4x400, 4x800 relays, and our top overall miler and 2-miler. He placed 6th at sectionals in the 2-mile. He anchored our relay teams to victory for the league and Class B championships. Ended the season with the team's fastest 2-mile time of 9 minutes 58 seconds, and top mile time of 4 minutes 35 seconds. Great athlete, great motivator. It's great to see the other athletes gravitate towards him. Second MVP, senior Eric Jacobson.
As the gentlemen are going to sit back down, let's welcome the boys swim team with Coach Carr and Coach Christo.
I'd like to start off by thanking our athletic director, Dean Dorado, and the athletic secretary, Helen Hillman, for continuing to support our efforts to build our merged team of Brewster John Jay for 9th season. Coach Quisto and I appreciate your support of the swimmers and of our program. We'd also like to thank the parents for assisting us and for supporting their kids, and for being advocates for the sport of swimming, as well as the spirited fans on deck throughout the season. Coach Quisto would like to now introduce our swimmers. Boys, please step forward. Hear your name. Hold your applause, please. Junior Captain Victor Kai. Senior Captain Paul P.J. Farrell. Senior Alonzo McLemore. Sophomore Michael Singman. Senior Nate Whitney. Alex Bertone, senior Reed Soderquist, and freshman Paul Moore. This year we had 8 swimmers from Brewster as we continue to strengthen and rebuild the team from the loss of talented seniors that graduated last year. We were placed in Division I again this year, and we finished our dual league season with 5 wins and 3 losses, and finished second at 19 in our league divisional lead, right behind Greeley, which was a huge accomplishment for the swimmers here at Brewster and our teammates at John Jay. We went on to sectionals with 8 swimmers and finished 5th out of 32 schools, scoring higher than any other year. 1 swimmer from Brewster went on to compete at the state meet, competing in the medley relay, where we advanced to finals. We hope to continue to build the success of our team next year. I have 2 awards to present tonight. The first award is for the Most Improved Award, and it goes to one of our year's captains, who's been on the team since 7th grade. He swam all events during the dual meet season, helping us score points and strengthen the relays. This year in particular, he became one of our top sprinters, finishing with a best time of 25.5, placing as an alternate to sectionals. He attended every morning practice, as well as late night practices, and he has been a pleasure to coach these past several years. We wish him all the luck in the world next year when he goes off to college. This year's Most Improved Award goes to Paul Farrell. Following swimmer is another captain who received all league and was one of our top scorers at our divisional meet as well as our sectional meet. This swimmer has been the top finisher in the 200 medley relay, the 200 IM, and the 100 breaststroke throughout the dual meet season and for the past 4 seasons. He also swims distant events, but he's been valiant as a breaststroke for the past 4 years. He scored 7th at the divisional meet for the 200 IM and 7th in the breaststroke with a season best time. At sectionals, he finished 2nd in the medley relay, qualifying the relay for states, and 10th in the breaststroke. He is a scholar athlete who excels in the classroom as well as in the water, and we are happy to have him back for another year as a senior and a captain next year. This MVP goes to Victor Cox.
We're going to recognize the girls' JV varsity indoor track teams. This time, Coach Gilligan, Coach Morgan.
Yeah, the girls are making their way. I've kind of said it before, but we have the privilege of going to the Armory in New York City for most of our meets. It's one of the nicest facilities in all the East Coast. We're lucky to be there. We had many late nights this season, and I want to thank the efforts of the school bus drivers. It's not an easy ride to get there by bus to the city, and I want to thank them for getting us back and forth safely. We're going to now announce the girls' indoor track team. Zoe Black, Emma Castellano. When I announce your name, please step forward. Marissa Crowley, Clarissa Cuomo, Lawrence Cuomo, Megan Feehan, Lily Fry, Leah Fry, Mae Healy, Alex Joga, Sophia Joga, Kennedy Lamoureux, Mackenzie Luby, Layla McDonald, Diana Magnan, Amanda Mahalko, Elsa Neubauer, Isabella Osteach, Danny Regan, Eva Regano, Karen Rosales, Gabby Rueda, Gabrielle Santalis, Brianna Sage, Brianna Cirinella, Colleen Stapleton, Rachel Tomasetti, Emily Valdez, Lily Verastro, and Bailey Walsh. There are not many team scoring meets. It's mostly based on the strength of your individual and relay performances. The girls did, though, place fourth as a team at the Putnam Dutchess County Championships with 7 girls scoring points. Kind of like the boys, we were strong in a lot of the distance events. We did lack some varsity depth to compete with some of the top teams, but we did well with what we had here for sure. We had 6 girls who made the All-League and All-Northern County team. I want to highlight a few of their performances. Our 4x800 relay team, Lawrence Cuomo, Marissa Crowley, Brianna Sage, and Elsa Neubauer, won both the league and Northern County championships. They just missed winning the relay at the Class B championships by less than 2 seconds. Sophomore Marissa Crowley had the team's fastest time in the 600 meters. She placed 2nd overall in the 600 meters, both at the league and Northern County championships, and she placed 9th overall in sectionals in the 600. Junior Florence Cuomo, 7th overall in the 3,000 meters in sectionals, and placed 3rd at the Class B championships in the 3,000. Sophomore Izzy Osteach had the team's fastest 300 meters and was the lead-off leg on the 4x400 relay team that won the league title. Freshman Clarissa Cuomo was league and Northern County runner-up in pole vault, leading a season best of 8 feet 6 inches to place 6th at sectionals. Sophomore Elsa Neubauer excelled in all the distance events this year, including the 1,000 meters, 1,500 meters, mile, and 3,000 meters. She was the anchor leg on the team's 4x800 and 4x400 meter relay and had top 10 times overall in the section in all of her events. Other top performances at the class championship meet included Kennedy Lamoureux placing 7th in 3,000 meters and Brianna Sage placing 7th in the 1,000 meters. In the shorter events, including the 4x200 relays, we had some solid races from freshmen Allison Sophia Joga, Mae Feely, sophomore Lily Verastro, and juniors Danny Regan and Diana Magnan. In the cafeteria before this, we gave out some additional awards. We gave out our Rookie of the Year to freshman Megan Feehan. And our Most Improved Award went to sophomore Layla McDonald. Okay, so we're going to give out 3 awards tonight. 1 Coach's Award and 2 co-MVPs. The Coach's Award is going to go to an athlete who really tried hard this season, every day of practice, despite dealing with a foot injury that kind of hampered her end of the season performances. But she's back strong now in the spring season, ready to go. She's a big part of our relay teams, and we're excited about her progress and the spring season up ahead. Coach's Award, Isabella Osteach. Now we have 2 co-MVP awards. The first one goes to a talented, hardworking mid-distance runner. She had team best in the 600 meters and also had the team's second fastest 1,000 meter and 800 meter split this season. We had 2 individual school records broken this season. She broke one of them. She broke a record from 10 years ago in the 600 meters, running 1 minute 39 seconds. Very strong and consistent season. We're excited the spring season is underway. First MVP, sophomore Marissa Crowley. And our second co-MVP award goes to the team's top overall performer and point scorer. She had career best in every event, including shattering the school record in the 1,000 meters twice this season, running a tremendous time of 2 minutes 59 seconds, which is the 60th fastest time in the United States this year. She was the individual league Northern County champion, qualified for the state championships in 1,000 meters as part of the intersectional relay for the 2nd straight year. At the state championship, she led her relay team to a 5th place performance at the state meet, earning a state federation medal. Second MVP award goes to a tremendously committed young athlete, sophomore Elsa Newhouse. All the athletes tonight, best of luck in the spring season, and please, no more snow. I want to hear the roll call in the morning, please. All right, take care, everybody.
Now, next team to recognize boys and girls varsity skiing and coach Mike Bellucci. So I'll try to keep it short. There's a lot of accolades that girls and boys have accomplished, and try to get to it right now. First, thanking everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I won't mention any names, but you know who you are. At this point, I'd just like to call our team members. The girls, it's Sophie Lester, Keegan O'Connor, Charlotte Green, Macy Marinich, Jessie Frey, Sarah Malone. Chris McCarthy, David DeMino, Micah Seplar, Owen Skinta, and Henry Wallace. Overall, great season for both boys and girls. And I just want to say a few things. I think Coach Berardo kind of stole a lot of the things I was going to say, but it's worth repeating. So a few of them are here for the boys team this year. Tough season, but they ended up 6-11 overall. Very young group of kids. Chris McCarthy kind of anchored it with David Domino coming in there, helping them out as our senior captains and boys. Overall, the boys did quite well in the league. Overall in the section, again, they were down at the mid half of the sectional competition. As far as Chris goes, just a quick note, Chris was all league, as you heard earlier. Chris also qualified for the sectionals, did very well at the sectionals, earning honorable mention all section. And I was just informed tonight that Chris also qualified for the USAA Eastern Championship at Gore Mountain. So that's a quick note on the girls' side. Of course, very successful, and you heard many of their great awards earlier. They were 12-5 overall, second in the league, but better yet, first in the section. They won the section championship at Hunter Mountain with as little snow as possible, and they still were able to pull it off. You wish we had the snow we had now back then. Keegan, Sophie, and Charlotte together all earned all league honors. They earned all section honors, and those three, with their combined score, were able to win the section team championship, which qualified all three for the state championship up in Bristol Mountain,
way up in Canandaigua. Beautiful country, tough getting there. A couple other little individuals, not little, but things I want to mention. Sophie took third overall in the combined ski meister category. That's both disciplines, slalom and GS. She placed top 3 in both. Charlotte placed top 5 and 6 in both, and Keegan top 10. So all 3 of them combined could have done without each other. They did a great job, great team effort. Excellent team. Teamwork, once again, the girls, both Sophie and Charlotte qualified for the Eastern States high school level, and they competed last week, did a great job, and both, or all 3, Sophie, Keegan, and Charlotte, also qualified for the USAA Eastern Championship that's going to take place at Court Mountain. So great job, girls. I'd like to give out the Coaches Awards, which really are like MVPs and all around just great kids, great skiers, great individuals. I was lucky enough to get 5 of them given to me by Mr. Gerardo this year. He knew the strength of the team, so I'd like to just mention that this has to do with their commitment, their drive, their leadership, all the hard work they put in, and just their success overall as individuals and athletes. So I'd like to call back to receive their trophies, Keegan O'Connor. Charlotte Green. And Sophie last night. And for the boys, David Denell, Christian Parker. And the last thing, we'd like to present the plaque girls. If you'd like to come back and get the plaque, the girls would like to present our Section 1 championship plaque to the Coach Gerardo. They say thank you, everyone.
All right, we're heading down the home stretch here. So let's have the girls varsity basketball team come on up with Coach Mike Costello.
First off, I'd like to thank our parents for an unbelievable year. Coach Helligan and Castro for being so supportive and helpful throughout the season. Kyle Wood, Mr. Gerardo, Ellen, for all they do for our basketball program. To Mrs. Kaufman and Mrs. Chalmers for all their help throughout the season. Mike Hunting did a great job with the modified. I'd like to thank Coach Cunningham for an unbelievable job with the JV and helping our varsity team. He single-handedly won us 3 or 4 games at the varsity level just by his, coaching and, substitutions and changing things. He was unbelievable, so I'd like to give them a round of applause. Please hold your applause to the end. Grace Galgano, Carly Delanoy, Alexis Mark, Kristen Stefani, Megan Peel, Captain Maggie Polly, Mary Becker, and Captain Taylor Carter. Eight girls had an unbelievable season, winning 13 games, including a come-from-behind win against Pearl River in the playoffs. It felt like all season our backs were against the wall, but this team, they never quit on each other. They showed really great character all season. They did whatever it took to win, and it was absolutely amazing to watch from the sideline. It's without a doubt one of the most unselfish, hardworking, and determined teams I've ever coached here at Brewster. Over the Christmas break, we won the John Costello tournament, defeating host Hastings in the championship game. Megan Field was named all-tournament team. She had 31 points in the championship game. And Maggie Polly was named MVP, averaging 24 points a game. I forgot on my notes here. Last shout out to our #1 fan, Harrison Dignan. I almost forgot. Our 2 awards this year go to 2 amazing seniors. For 4 years now, these girls have done a tremendous job helping our program get better. Never late to practices, never missed practices, and always gave the effort needed to make our team better. Amazing teammates, unbelievable to coach, just really great top-notch kids. Our 2 awards go to Mary Becker and Taylor McCarty. Thank you guys.
Boys ice hockey, come on down, please. Ice hockey coach was not able to come this evening. I had to work, but so I have the honor and privilege of talking about these gentlemen and ladies. So Coach Tom Andriacchio wanted to thank, some people have been thanked already, but especially Kathy Ferris and Mike Uris, their support and help during the season this year. The Booster Club, parents, student body, there was a good amount of parental and, of course parental, but a good amount of student support during the game. This year's team had another great season, finished with an overall record of 16-6-1, which included an amazing semifinal game against Suffern, only to lose in overtime. This was the furthest the Brewster hockey team, and we are combining Yorktown, but the Brewster Club, we had a few more numbers in Yorktown. That was more quality, right? But we had the toughest schedule in the history of the program. Not only did we play Suffern, who did lose in the finals, we played North Rockland, who represented Section 1 in the state championship last weekend, but Marion, who lost in the semifinals to John Jay, who was in Division 2 state semifinals. So we had a very, very tough schedule. And our hard work by the parents, the players, it was a great thing. Their desire to be the best they could be. So let me introduce the players. And Coach also would like to applaud the seniors, Connor Henderson, Kevin Maroney, Micah Sola, Chris Fazell, who have showed our underclassmen what it takes to strive and be the best they can be. Hopefully our recent success will be a foreshadowing of success to come. So let me introduce the players. We have Robert Barone, Connor Brooks, Colin Deneen, Christopher Fazell, Timothy Fazell, Matthew Gergley, Ashley Goodliffe, Connor Henderson, Michael Isola, Thomas Mark, Terrence McCardle, Rory McLaughlin, Kevin Maroney, and Frank Bigletti. We have 2 awards to give out. Here come my Washington players. This young man has been a senior leader over his entire career, and we'd like to give his first coach's award to Connor Henderson. This young person here did a nice job skiing on one of the top lines of the team this year, and that congratulations would be to Colin Deneen. Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you all for coming. The month of February was certainly a very exciting and spectacular one for us. And I'd just like to give one more round of applause. We need a bigger cheer if we're going to keep getting all these awards. So congratulations to all our